going on, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk to you about a new studio monitor that I just recently picked up. It is the JBL 306P MK2. And there's some really underrated monitors in my opinion. I went to Guitar Center looking for some better monitors. What I had before was the M-Audio BX5A D2s, and they're loud. They do not have good translation. I mixed a couple different songs on them, and it just didn't work out. I always had to go back and remix and remaster. You know, the bass frequencies was not there on those speakers. The highs were super duper high, and you couldn't hear all the high end that you was actually going to have in the mix. So that cost me a lot of time in errors and going back and fixing mixes and stuff and still not knowing 100% if the mix was going to be right. So I started looking into monitors, and you know, I wanted something that was going to be a decent price, and just so happened to run across the JBL line, and I know a couple people that use JBL, so I talked to them and they said they really like their JBLs. And then so I went to Guitar Center and played a mix that I had finished, which is Deceiver, which is on our YouTube channel. Go check that out if you haven't already. I played that through every single monitor they had, from the Yamaha HS5s to the 7s to the 8s, the KRK Rocket 6, the Rocket 5s, the Rocket 8s, and also the Atom A7Xs, which are phenomenal. They sound amazing. I just can't afford them. And then also the Atom T7Vs, which sound really good. There's not a whole lot of difference between the A7X and T7V, but with that being said, the JBL just had a certain quality that worked for my ear, and you know, it fit my price range, and I was actually able to take back my previous monitors and get a really good deal on these JBLs, so I went ahead and got them. Now the JBLs, they're actually a pretty large speaker. I got the 6-inch speaker, and they have 112 watts. So what that means is most bi-amp studio monitors have two different amps, one for the tweeter or high end and one for the driver or low end. A lot of times they'll be Class D on the driver and then Class A/B on the high end, but this one is two separate Class D drivers, which I found pretty unique, because I know in car audio Class D is all for the bass frequencies, and I guess that's the difference between, you know, home and car audio and studio audio and stuff. But I went with the MK2s instead of the original LSR 305s or 308s for two reasons. They obviously put a little bit more work into it. I know the older JBLs, everybody says they're perfect, don't change a thing, but there's a reason why they changed something. You know, they upgraded the drivers. They also upgraded the low cut and high frequency cut on it. So instead of only having plus or negative 2 dB, now they have a boundary EQ that has 0 dB, 1.5 dB negative, and 3 dB negative on the low frequency. And on the high frequency it has negative 2 dB, 0, and plus 2. Which for me that seems pretty accurate, because most of the time you don't need an exact 2 dB cut on the low frequency. So that seems to work out. And like I said, I just got these yesterday, and still haven't had a chance to really learn the speakers yet. But to my ear, they sound really good. And I was able to hear everything in my mix that I wasn't able to hear with my previous monitors. So with that being said, I think these are a lot more balanced than the Yamaha HS5s, HS7s, or 8s. The HS series from Yamaha has a really thrashy high end and mid in my ear, and the JBL really just smooth. It's not fatiguing to listen to, and that's a big deal for me because I'm in this room mixing and editing and mastering and tracking and everything so many hours that I get fatigued real easy, and then I start second guessing a mix. But with the JBLs, I haven't had that issue, and I've been in here for probably 4 hours working on a track. So, you know, before I would need to go take a break and let my ears adjust and stuff, which I do recommend at least taking a 15-20 minute break every 30-45 minutes. And just that way you don't get used to hearing the same stuff, and your ears will start to tune out to certain frequencies, and you'll start losing the mix because of that. But that being said, the JBLs are a phenomenal sounding studio monitor. They got a great low end. The mid is a little bit shallow, but with the proper EQing, it's really going to tell you what your mids are doing. The high end, it's really crisp, really clear, and I think they're just a great monitor. I am going to run these alongside a pair of Atom monitors. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the T7V or AX7s. More than likely the AX7s. But, you know, I just wanted to go over the basics of this monitor. So on the back of the monitor you have a volume control, which is a minimum of 1 and a max of 10, and I'm assuming that is from a 0 dB to a 10 dB boost. So you also have a balanced XLR and balanced TRS input, a input sensitivity of negative 10 dB and plus 4 dB. And like I stated earlier, a high frequency trim of plus 2, 0, and negative 2 dB, a boundary EQ of 0, minus 1.5, and minus 3 dB. And it says that it has new transducers, patented slipstream port, and also it's got the, where is it at? It's got the revolutionary image control waveguide from JBL. And what that is that's actually a cone that is shaped that goes around the silk dome tweeter on the top of it. And I'm not sure if that really helps or does anything, but there's obviously a bunch of R&D that went into it, and there's a reason why they put it on there. So if you're looking for some decent monitors at a decent price, I definitely recommend the JBL 306p MK2s or the Atom T7Vs, and if you have a decent budget, check out the Atom AX7s. Those are some really good monitors. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a couple more tracks out and mixed and mastered on these JBLs before too long. And also don't forget about the giveaway we have going on for the Joyo Bandcamp Zombie Head. That is over on our Deceiver video. We actually have a dedicated video that tells you about the giveaway, and then it has all the directions and instructions on how to get entered to the giveaway, and I'll link all that stuff in the description below. But thanks for watching the video, and if you have any questions, comments, or requests, please leave a comment or email us, and we'll see what we can do about getting that done. Thank you.